What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Stoic Context. Today we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe. I'm going to save my commentary for the end of the video, so stay tuned for that.
Hello. Hey, how are you?
Okay, I'm listening.
Go ahead. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 23. My
All
name
right,
is Nisha.
So the question we're talking about, talking about a general subject that women love men who cheat. And not the last caller, but the caller before was a married woman who obviously loved her husband, and she condoned and accepted his cheating when they dated and afterwards. When we hear women often talking about the men they are so heartbroken by, but they keep going back to, are the very men who cheat. So my question is, why do women love men who cheat?
I suspect somehow we get addicted to it. I think the hormones and wanting to be accepted, and there is the other element of perhaps wanting to be chosen above the other woman for validation.
Have you ever been cheated on?
Unfortunately, yes, but I've also been guilty of cheating as well.
Okay. And so did you cheat on the same man who cheated on you?
No.
All right. So this is what confounds men. Did you get it cheated on first, or did you cheat on the other guy first? No one can see you.
Okay, so I'm bisexual, so it was sort of the other way around.
Okay, it was a woman.
I cheated on I was cheated on by a male. I decided, okay, I'll be with a woman, and I ended up cheating in that relationship, unfortunately.
So you got cheated on by a man. Your response was, in another relationship, you cheated on a man with a woman?
Yes.
Okay. And how did he respond to that?
No, the woman. How did the woman respond to
Oh, how did the
that?
woman respond
Obviously,
to that?
she's devastated. Cheating hurts. I feel people speak about it because they're trying to sort of unpack the trauma. It hurts on both sides. I think it hurts men when they get cheated on, and it hurts women when they get cheated on. That's why people speak about it, because they feel like they're trying to understand, why is it happen? Am I not good enough? And I think that's the question that women ask, and that's what I got asked, like, why? Like, was I not good enough? And that's an impossible question to answer, because I think on both ends there's shame. It's shameful. It's sad.
No,
It hurts.
I don't think we talk about sex in an honest way.
Okay.
And there's a lot of misconceptions. But so a man cheated on you. Okay. So will you ever get married one day, do you think?
I hope so.
Okay. Since you're bisexual, what will be your choice? Who would you choose to marry?
A man.
Yeah, these are all questions that, okay.
Pardon if it's a bit odd.
No, it's
I
not.
can
It's not,
answer
because I've
why
dealt
if
with
you're
women who are
curious.
no, that's not odd to me. I've dealt with women who are
Okay.
bisexual. I've dated women who are bisexual, but it's not a common thing for a lot of people to understand it. So I'm trying to ask questions for the audience as well. Would you want a traditional relationship or a traditional marriage, or would you want a more open marriage?
That's a really good question. Just to confirm, express to me what you mean exactly by traditional
Traditional
and
husband, wife, just you two.
monogamous.
Well, yeah, that's what most people think of, and then the typical gender roles.
Mm-hmm.
Or would you want something that approximates a little bit more fluid or modern situation?
That's a really good question.
I
It really
know.
makes me
I
think.
know.
um, I would like the idea. So I love masculine energy, and I consider myself to be feminine, and I love the idea of submission. That's my truth. Um, The other aspect,
Submission in
so I would
hold on.
say
Submission in the relationship or submission in the bedroom?
that's even a better question.
Yeah, I
I
know that.
suspect
I mean, I
both.
know what I'm talking about.
I know, I can tell. You're making me think really deeply. I suspect both. Both.
But can you submit to
So
a
I
woman
would say
sexually? Can you submit sexually to a woman in the bedroom?
I would prefer to submit to a man because the masculine energy is
Yeah, we're
very,
gonna put our
very
foot on your
friendly.
head.
No, no, don't.
Yeah, you like it. Trust me. Jump off the dresser in it. No, I'm just kidding. It's a bit.
What? Jump off
It's a,
the
it's a
what?
comedy bit. It's a comedy bit.
And
But
land
seriously,
where?
oh, it's just a friend of mine in Atlanta. But here's the thing: if you
Okay.
are, then your husband,
Hmm.
would you want to bring someone in for both of you guys? Because I don't think you just. I mean, I have friends who I got female friends who are bisexual. They
Hmm.
have boyfriends, but they have sex
Hmm.
with women, but they want relation. They want to be in a relationship with a man because they can't deal with women for the same reason men have a problem dealing with women. But they
Oh,
still want to do both of you.
oh, interesting. No, actually, I get it in that sense. I would go with traditional. I
Okay.
love the idea of monogamy. I like the idea of monogamy for health reasons. I like the idea of monogamy for resources. When you think of sort of the traditional, man goes out and gathers, or if just for an example, I'm not saying that. I'm just expecting my partner to go out and gather food, but just as an analogy, man goes out, a pre-modern man goes out, gathers the food, brings it back for the family. Sort of, I don't know if it would be ideal for me to have any
What
one of
part of the
us have
country?
multiple
What part of the
partners.
world are you in?
I'm in London. So I'm from the
Okay.
Caribbean. I'm from Angola and I live in London.
Well, if you're bisexual,
Hmm.
those urges don't necessarily go anywhere. So I find a lot of women who are bisexual tend to have more modern marriages, almost like an
Okay.
executive wife kind of thing. Because
Oh,
meaning, do you want children?
one child.
Yeah, see, that's what I've noticed that most women who kind of fit this profile don't want a lot of kids. Um, yeah, you got some thoughts to make, but you're gonna have that more liberal, sexually liberal kind of lifestyle. You need a man who you need partners who are going to be more on that wavelength, and that really doesn't fit well with traditional marriage. And a lot of people just aren't that open minded. You know, how old did you say you were again? 20 what?
23.
All right. Well, all the best to you, but if you know you like women, hey, I almost married a bisexual woman.
But Kevin, may I ask?
Go ahead.
Thank you. You mentioned urges. Um, Even if you may be attracted to someone else, if you're in a committed relationship, it doesn't mean that you have to act on it.
Well, it doesn't mean you have to act on it, but I'm realistic.
Okay.
Bisexual women tend to be attractive women, and women are attracted to women. Women are attracted to beauty.
Yes.
Uh, so is it most bisexual women who are married? They go get somebody outside their friend circle. They may recruit somebody. They may go on a trip. They may bring a professional in. They do what they do, and then they're going about their business. That's why I say
Okay.
it's a little bit more open. But the thing is, you get yours, he gets hers with her. You just have to have a conversation. Bisexual is not the
Okay.
norm in today, so you just have to have a conversation. But that's the problem. We don't have many sexual conversations. We just expect sex to work.
Mm,
And that's
got it.
bullshit. It doesn't work. We
You
have
speak
to
truth
talk
on
about
that.
sex. Yeah, and we're going to speak more truth about that. And I'm going to bring on sex professionals, sexologists, and teachers because I stay in my wheelhouse and I let the pros talk about. I know what I've done and what I think, but I let the pros talk about that because one of the biggest taboos in relationships in general, black people in particular, is we don't talk about sexuality and We're just fucked up sexually. I'll just put it that way. We're fucked up sexually. Let me get back to some of these other folks. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right.
Let's take a step back and really look at what just happened here. This conversation was less about bisexuality or cheating and more about contradiction. She says she wants a traditional relationship. She says she values monogamy, but her history and current mindset tell a different story. It's not about judgment, it's about logic. You can't plant the seeds of a modern, fluid lifestyle and expect to grow the fruits of structure and tradition. The two don't align. Wanting to be married and stable while still entertaining urges and emotional impulses is like trying to drive with one foot on the gas and the other on the brake. Eventually, you burn out the engine. And that's what a lot of people are doing. They're burning out emotionally because they're chasing freedom and stability at the same time. That doesn't work. You have to make a choice. You want traditional love? It takes sacrifice, boundaries, and consistency. You want freedom and exploration? That comes with risk, fluid expectations, and less permanence. Neither path is wrong, but pretending you can have both only leads to confusion. And in the end, pain. Kevin said something important. We don't talk about sex honestly. And that's the root of this whole conversation. We suppress, avoid, or over-sexualize, but we rarely educate. We think sex should just work on its own. That's like expecting a plant to grow without water, sunlight, or care, especially in the Black community. Silence around sexuality creates cycles of shame, secrecy, and unmet expectations. We never build the foundation. We just keep rearranging broken pieces and hoping the structure holds. And when it doesn't, we blame the other person instead of the blueprint we never laid out. Now, to her credit, she was trying to explore these questions honestly, but desire without discipline leads nowhere. Wanting love is easy. Maintaining love, that takes emotional maturity. That takes self-control. That takes doing the hard work when no one's watching. So here's the takeaway. Don't say you want a stable, committed future if your actions are built on unstable, impulsive decisions. You're not building a legacy. You're living in survival mode. And no one builds a kingdom on chaos. If you found value in this breakdown, do me a favor, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that cuts through the noise. We don't sugarcoat over here. We speak truth with clarity, and accountability always comes first. Drop a comment below. Was she being honest or avoiding the real work? I want to hear your take. Until next time, keep your mind sharp, your standards high, and your emotions in check. This is Stoic Context. See you in the next one.